Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. See to it that no one is immoral or godless like Esau, who sold his own birthright for a single meal. For you know that later on, when he wanted to regain title to his inheritance of the blessing, he was rejected, for he found no opportunity for repentance. There was no way to repair what he had done, no chance to recall the choice that he had made, even though he sought for it with bitter tears. Other versions say Esau was immoral or worldly minded. So, what does it mean to be worldly minded? Romans chapter 8, verse 5 through 8. For those who are living according to the flesh set their minds on things of the flesh, which gratify the body. But those who are living according to the Spirit set their minds on the things of the Spirit, which is His will and His purpose. Now, the mind of the flesh is death, both now and forever, because it pursues sin, but the mind of the Spirit is life and peace, the spiritual well being that comes from walking with God, both now and forever. The mind of the flesh is actively hostile to God. It does not submit itself to God's law since it cannot. And those who are in the flesh, living a life that caters to sinful appetites and impulses, cannot please God. So Esau valued immediate satiation of his physical need over God's promise to him and through him. He said, what good is this birthright to me since I'm finna die? Since he felt like he was going to die, since he felt famished and impoverished, since he felt weak in his flesh, the spiritual things meant nothing to him, and he gave up the spiritual things to be physically satisfied. He despised his birthright. To despise something in Hebrew means to view it as worthless, insignificant, beneath consideration. So, how many people, right? I really want to walk with God. I really want to do right. I really want to change my life. I really want to do these things. But the moment that you become hungry, the moment you feel impoverished and you feel famished, the moment you start to feel your flesh rise up, you feel like, what use, what good is my spiritual birthright? What good is the spiritual things? What is that? What is that to me? Your spiritual inheritance, your salvation, your sanctification, your holiness, your ability to grow in God, to go with God, to go from glory to glory, all of that is deemed insignificant compared to how you feel, compared to filling your belly like Esau. Philippians chapter 3, verse 18 through 19. For there are many of whom I have often told you and now tell you, even with tears, who live as enemies of the cross of Christ, rejecting and opposing his way of salvation, whose fate is destruction, whose God is their belly, their worldly appetite, their sensuality, their vanity, and whose glory is in their shame, who focus their mind on earthly and temporal things.